Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Estee Lauder products. I work as a counter manager for Estee Lauder, and I figured I would just go ahead, since I talked about the skincare, just do another video on the makeup itself. So we are going to be using some Estee Lauder products because why not? I have a pimple there. I didn't pop it, I swear. It's just getting irritated for some reason. I don't know why. I break out in this little cluster right here. It's weird. Just little tiny bumps. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and start with some primer. A primer that I tend to use is more or less like a smoothing primer or pore primer. But since my skin's been kind of dry in this area, I'm going to use a little bit more of a hydrating one. So I'm going to be using the Futurist Aqua Brilliance Primer. It's very nice. So this stuff, it's got a little spout, and then you just squeeze a little there. Love that. And it is just a creamy, milky primer. So I'll zone my face and then just spread it. I love it because it feels absolutely amazing on your skin. It's like a nice glowy finish, which I love. You have any dry areas, it will take care of that. So the Aqua Brilliance has been my favorite primer. I'm going to get another one because I love it that much. And then we're going to go ahead, I'm going to crack my Futurist because I have, I used one of them. I have to use another one now. So this is the Futurist Foundation. Very different from the, so it's the Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum 45. So this one is supposed to help with the skin. It has skin-loving ingredients in it. It has an SPF 45. This actually is $45. Oh, the Aqua Brilliance is 40. This one's 45. This one is a serum foundation. So if you know Estee Lauder and you are an old Estee Lauder user, you remember the Perfectionist Foundation. Another serum foundation, a little thicker, had the SPF 20 in it, and that one went away. This one was supposed to replace it because this was supposed to be in competition with the CC cream from IT Cosmetics. So this one's just a lot more liquidy. I put a little bit on the back of my hand. I wear the shade Buff 2N2. Usually you can use your fingers to apply it, but I like using my beauty blender, but I'll show you just in case. So like this was something I plan to use, and I always tell my customers, when you put it on, just get a little, use your fingers, spread it around, and they're like, ooh, I love the way it feels. See, look how it makes my skin look. I mean, yes, on camera my Buff 2N2 looks a little bit light, but I can't do ivory beige. I'm like right in the middle of ivory beige and tawny. Like tawny is a little too yellow, ivory beige is too dark of a neutral, and I can't use desert beige because that's too light. But yes, this is supposed to be a glowy foundation, dewy finish. And a lot of my customers say, will it stay? No, it's not going to stay. So you can't have the best of both worlds, unfortunately. You have to have more or less either longevity, which is in the double wear. And that's something I will use typically when I want all day wear when I'm going to work. My day is off today. I'm off today. That did not make sense. I'm off today, so we're going to use Futurist because my skin needs some hydration and my skin needs some TLC. So we're just going to treat it right today and use the Futurist Foundation. Now I do take a little bit on the neck. So there is Buff 2N2. You can build it up to full coverage. I really love it. Now as far as foundation goes though, I do use the Double Wear 2N2 Buff in the regular Double Wear, 2N2 Buff, Futurist, and then Ivory Beige in the Double Wear Max. It tends to run a little lighter than the regular Double Wear and the Futurist. It's way more coverage. Now, if I want to go out, that's the one you want to use. This guy is intense. Like this is the Double Wear Max, and I use Ivory Beige because this is the best I could find. But if I want more coverage, and let me tell you, that has coverage. Look at that. Can cover a tattoo. That's how much coverage it has. Now I have makeup all over. But yeah, it is super high coverage. It is something you want to use to cover up tattoos, or if you have a lot of pigmentation, you can use that as well. On to concealer. Concealer is going to be something that I actually have never used before. This is the Double Wear Radiant Concealer. I did purchase the, so this is the applicator. It's a nice thick doe foot applicator, kind of like the, what is it called? The Shape Tape from Tarte. So I only put a little. As you can see, it's a little dark. This is the 2N Light Medium Neutral. I did not want to do the 1N because I felt like that was way too light. And I just wanted to match my foundation because I don't like to go too light. I'm not doing the Morticia Adams anymore. I'm just doing regular concealer. So this is a radiant finish. So this is going to be a full coverage but radiant finish of a concealer. Now what I like as well is I can take some, and where I have some dark spots which aren't covered by the Futurist all the way, and as you can see I have a lot of dark spots, we're going to go ahead and just spot those. So at least I have a little more coverage, but not a dry finish. It'll look really, really nice. See how that covers? And I'm not like totally like going, oh yes, Estee Lauder everything. You know what I mean? I do use other products, but on the same spectrum, I do love my Estee Lauder products. Perfect. Now, we are going my under eyes with a powder, like a banana powder, but I'm going to use my Estee Lauder Double Wear powder in Buff 2N2, you guessed it. I'm just going to set the under eyes because I just want my under eyes not to crease. What I love about this is, yes, it darkens up my skin a little more, and you can like hear a helicopter, what the heck, and it adds more coverage. And a lot of people are like, why do you put a dewy foundation and then set it? Well, I don't want to look like I am wet, but I want to look hydrated. So this is what the Double Wear powder looks like, and usually I tell my customers, if you want more coverage from your Double Wear, but not want to have to cake it on, do a light dusting of the Double Wear powder and you're good to go. Alright, so we're going to move on to eyes. So they do have an eyeshadow primer. So this is a jar. Let me get this guy open. God gravy, this thing is always hard to open. Alright, so it looks like this. It reminds me of the Painterly paint pot. This, yeah, looks more like Painterly. So we're going to go ahead and dip into that. And we're going to put it on our eyes here. And it seems to block out any redness on my eyes, which is nice because we want to even everything out. Just like that. So we are going to be using an Estee Lauder. I know this is all Estee Lauder, guys. Estee Lauder eyeshadow palette. I do want to get the neutral ones, but the only one I have is going to be Dark Ego because I was so interested in this one. I even followed the instructions on it one time and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. So see if I remember the instructions. I don't think I have them with me anymore. I think I threw it away. But there was instructions for it. And I think I threw them away. Oh no, I was going to use that. I'm an idiot for throwing it away. But anywho, It's more or less like how to use the colors here, but I tend to like to use the colors however I please. But I'm going to start off with this color here. I'm just going to take a little brush here, and then we're going to just kind of fluff this all over the lid. Just like so. This teal is really nice. So these metallics are really soft to where they almost could pass as a matte shade, which is really nice because then you have more or less a matte-ish finish without the dryness. Alright, then we're going to take this darker teal here, and we're going to focus that on the outer perimeter here and here, because we want to deepen it just a little bit. Don't worry, we're going to clean off the brush and we're going to go back into this silvery one, because honestly I feel like these work amazing. They're very pigmented and they blend out amazing. I really do want to get the neutrals. I think once I get those in stock at work, I'm going to get a neutral palette so I can use at home. Then I'm going to use this darker teal, and we're going to just really define it on the outer corner. Look at how deep that makes it look. I just really want my outer corner to be deep enough. Clean that off. Make sure we blend that out. Now, it doesn't have any mattes in this, so it's going to be a little scary. So what we're going to do is actually pull from a different palette that isn't available, unfortunately. This is a cool palette from the Beauty Box. I want to do an unboxing for my Beauty Box, but I'll have to wait till they launch. So I'm just putting the cream color just to kind of blend that out a little bit, because I want these to be really blended and nicely applied. Now these aren't very pigmented creams, so I don't recommend. Just a little bit more brightness to the inner corner. So we're going to take this silver shade right here and we're just going to add it with our fingers just to kind of brighten a little bit more. Perfect. And then we're going to do the under eye. So I'm going to dip into the dark shade here. And it does come with some, let's use these applicators. They're not the best, but it does come with some applicators. So we're going to use this guy. I hate using these. We're just going to put the dark shade right there and right there. And then we're going to take the brush on one of them. Like, that's the only thing about high-end makeup is that they tend to use like cheapy brushes inside their products. Like, don't do that. Up the ante, get some really good ones. I'm just going to take my blender brush here and just kind of softly blend. I feel like my eyes are looking a little weird, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to use this pointed applicator here for the inner corner, which is the white shade. That's like the biggest shade in the palette. So I guess you could use this as a brow bone shade because it's more of like a satin, not necessarily a matte, but I'm going to put a little bit of silver here. Oh gosh, I hate this applicator. Do I like this applicator in there? No, I typically throw them out, but I thought I would do it just for kicks and giggles, you know? And we're just blending those colors together so it's not so stark. Whew. Pencils go. I do absolutely love their pencils. And I just got a bunch in my gratis. Hopefully that'll be in soon. I'm excited. So I'm pulling out my pencils and my brow products. Where did my other pencil go? There she is. Alright, so I love using the Estee Lauder. This is the Double Wear pencil, and this is the Kohl Noir. And this works beautifully in the waterline. So I just take it here into the waterline. Sorry, I'm just trying to... because it's not super, super, super dark black. And then I like using the pencil, which is also Double Wear. This one is the Double Wear pencil in Night Diamond. I did order Emerald Vault and I think Electric Cobalt, but I'm just doing just a simple line here. Now, you know I'm very, very extravagant in my shadow. I feel like this is perfect for me because it's nice and smoky. But yes, we're going to use also the brow pencil. So this is the Multitasker. So it's a powder. It's got the powder here. So the powder and the pencil. So what I'd like to do, and then it also has a spoolie. So I get the pencil part, and this is the shade Black. And I trace out, because my brows are half shaved, because I like a straighter brow, I trace out what I'm going to do with my brow. So I'll just kind of leave it like that, and then I'll take the powder, oop, upside down, whoops. I'll take the powder and just fill . And I'll fill to about the beginning of the brow, just like that. And then I'll take my pencil again, really crisp it up, and then draw some like hair-like strokes. This isn't my favorite brow product. I wish they would have a thinner pencil, because a lot of my customers do tend to want a thinner pencil because they're just like, I can't get detailed on that. You know what I mean? But I always take, this has been my favorite tool, even though it's discontinued. This is the Benefit Cosmetics. I know this is not Estee Lauder, but it's a precision kind of cleaner upper is what I call it. Kind of crisp up my brows just a little bit more. So I just take it under the brow where I want it crisper, and then I just highlight that area, and then I'll go back in and just kind of like blend it like so, so I don't have a stark line there. Okay, so we have brows. Mascara is always last, and just need to apply just a little more powder here because I feel like I didn't powder enough. This is a habit I'm still trying to break. It's just powdering too much. Alright, so we're going to use bronzer, and we're going to use blush, and we're going to use highlighter. So the bronzer I like to use is this guy here. This is the Trio. So this is, I do have regular bronzers from them, but this is the Trio, and it's called Mirage. So it is the Bronze Goddess Matte and Glow Bronzing Trio. So it has 3 different shades, and you can tell I heavily use this guy, and I heavily use this. So this is the highlight. So it's like a nice soft satin color, and then you've got 2 different colors of the bronzer. So what I like to do is I'll take it and swirl it across here just to grab both colors so I can highlight, contour and bronze at the same time. And I love, this doesn't smell, but I love the Bronze Goddess because it's a perfect type of bronzer, I feel. Like, it's perfect. Gets the job done. I know I'm like applying my bronzer kind of haphazardly. I'm using the same brush I use my powder. I tend to do that. I don't know why. And of course along the jawline here. But don't worry. Don't you fret. We are going to take a little bit of that highlighter with a smaller brush here, and we're going to crisp it up. So I'm just going to crisp up that line a little bit more. I like it because it's not super stark. It's just a nice highlighted shade. And then of course I put a little bit under the eye just to kind of brighten. And then a little bit here. So there's our bronzer. Blush wise, I'm going to use the shade Pink Kiss. Now I don't have the full size for this, so I'm using it in one of my palettes that I got in like a purchase with purchase, or free, yeah, purchase with purchase. And Pink Kiss is pretty pink, so we're going to very lightly apply. And as you can see, very lightly is an understatement. This is a pretty pigmented blush, but don't worry if you put too much on, because this guy saves the day. So if you put a little bit too much blush on, just go over it with your powder. And we need to blend all this anyways, and that way you have a little bit more of an even application and it's not so bright. Dial it down just a smidge. Alright, and then we're going to do the highlighter, which I love this highlighter. It's my favorite. These are the Bronze Goddess Highlighting Powder Gelée. This is Modern Mercury 03. Beautiful. And it smells like Bronze Goddess. So Bronze Goddess is a perfume. And the perfume has coconut, it has vanilla, bergamot. It just has that really nice summer smell to it. So this is Modern Mercury. Look at that. Modern Mercury is so pretty. I love Modern Mercury. It's my favorite. And then we're going to go in with mascara. Now I don't have my little black primer. I used her up. So we're not going to be using a primer. We're just going to use two different types of mascaras. So I'm going to use, and I've been using the Sumptuous Rebel because I really wanted to try that. So the Sumptuous Rebel has more of a thinner brush. I feel like it's a nice little primer, so I get my lashes going. And then I will put just one coat of this guy here. That was my husband's work machine. And then I'm going to use the Sumptuous Mascara, which is the gold one. This is our top seller. Has a little bit more of a thicker formula. But I love this Sumptuous. It's a little clumpier than most mascaras, but it gets the job done, I feel. I hope they develop another mascara because I feel like we need a new mascara. So we're just doing, whoops, I always do that. I always end up like marking myself. Does anyone else do that? I do it a lot. And then so many lip options that Estee Lauder has. Their lipsticks are super creamy, I just love their lipsticks. But lately I've been loving, like they have liquid lipsticks, they have regular lipsticks. Trying to figure out which color I want. So I might do Knockout Nude since my eyes are pretty smoky. So Knockout Nude is really nice. This isn't the component actually. This is a great way to try Estee Lauder lipsticks without paying the price. Is that you do, and I don't line my lips. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't. But this is a great way to try it out. Look for sets around holiday and buy the sets. They're like $35 and you get 5 lipsticks. The component's just really cheapy just because you're getting the shade. You're still getting the formula, the shade, and you get to try the lipstick before you commit to the color. I love how creamy they are. I've been into creamy lipsticks. I love that color. But we're going to put a little more on. I have, what did I do with my lip gloss? There it is. Okay, this one is called Naked Truth. So this is a lip gloss. This is the Kissable Shine. This one adds just a little more hydration without being sticky. I love the way it smells. Has a nice like sweet vanilla smell, as well as the lipsticks. It's not like old lady lipsticks, but yeah. There we go. We have a full face of Estee Lauder. So here is all the Estee Lauder products that I have used. Of course, I love, 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 love my Futurist Foundation. It has SPF in it, so I don't have to worry about putting my SPF. I am loving my Radiant Concealer. It's amazing. Love it. And of course, my Aqua Brilliance primer is really nice for when I have super dry skin. And then I do enjoy this just reminds me of the MAC Paint Pots, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Eyeshadow Base. Some ladies use it for actual like base around their concealer. Like they use this concealer because it has pigment to it. I wouldn't, just because it's a lot more drying and it might dry your under eyes. I would use the Radiant Concealer under the eyes, which I actually really, really like because my eyes don't look tired. They look really smooth. I know a lot of my customers loved using this in the past. This is the Double Matte Powder. We don't have Double Matte Powder anymore. We do the actual like Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Foundation. So this one it's a matte powder foundation. And I feel like it works without looking cakey. I feel like the other one was too drying. This one is not as drying, but it does the job and it gives you more coverage. I love, love, love that one. I always use that. I have at least one more backup of this one. Of course, the Bronze Goddess bronzers are amazing because they do give you a nice little warm glow to your skin. Do be careful with the blushes. I do have the blush in my palette here, my eyeshadow palette here that I got with a purchase with purchase. If you ever want to try out the blushes without the commitment to $38, and I forgot to tell you all the prices, I'm sorry. This one is $45. Primer's $40. Foundation's $45. Concealer's $30. Pressed powder is $43. And then of course your blush, if you get just the regular size blush, it is $38. This one was a purchase free, no, yeah, the purchase with purchase. It was $39.50 with any purchase of Estee Lauder, and it came with a lot more things like a bag, also a full-size mascara. That's where I have this one from. It was around holiday that we did that. Invest in a beauty box. The beauty box is usually like $75 with a purchase, any purchase, or $45 purchase in Estee Lauder. So I'm going to probably just get another Futurist Foundation and then get the purchase with purchase. So around holidays when you really want to pay attention to Estee Lauder and all its newness. So yes, this is Pink Kiss right here, and it is very pigmented. Their blushes are super pigmented, so do be careful. Just tap your blush in and then just blend it out. And if you put too much, put the powder on top like I did. So that blush in the full size is $38. These guys are $45, and honestly they last forever and ever and ever and ever. But the gelées are really nice and very bright, very glowy. It just gives you that fresh glow. This is my favorite. This is Mirage. We have Solar Flare, Heat Wave, and another color that we don't really get often, but I do have Mirage, Solar Flare, and Heat Wave. Heat Wave is more of that gold. This is more of like a pinky rose gold. This more, yeah, more of a rose gold, this one, but I like the rose gold. So yeah, that one is $45. And then on to eyeshadow. The eyeshadow palettes are pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. These are $56. $56. That's expensive for a freaking eyeshadow palette with 5 colors. They do work really well. I just wish, and same with Lancome. Lancomes are $50. But I like the fact that this does come with instructions. I wish I saved them for you guys to see. But the instructions tell you how to do a natural look, a dramatic eye. This one is actually the dramatic eye. I just add the inner corner in there. And of course I blend it out differently. This is really nice for that, but it's $56 for the eyeshadow palette. It's expensive. Alright, as far as my liners go, these are $29. This is the twist up one. This is the black Kohl one. This one's good for the waterline. It does have a smudger, which I tend to not really use that much. This one also has a smudger, which I don't tend to use that much, but this is the Night Diamond. And it's more of like that grayish sparkly. I wish they never discontinued in the Kohl liners. They discontinued the, what is it, Blackened Sapphire. So devastated because it's a sparkly blue. It's a sparkly navy blue. Beautiful. But I digress. There is a black onyx, blackened onyx, which is sparkly black. So I did order that one in my gratis. But yes, I do love this. This is waterproof and it stays put. This one is also waterproof, and let me have it set down a little bit. There it goes. It's set. It stays. It stays. I can't get it off. I always demonstrate that with my customers. I'm like, look, it doesn't move. And they're like, wow, I want it. But yeah, excellent, excellent liners. They glide on really nice. Sometimes I don't like the pencils because I have to sharpen them, but I do like the twist ups, but there's never a crisp line involved. I don't have the liquid liner, which I might get next. It's the little black liner. Beautiful. It's a double-ended. I want to try it out. I think I might try that out. And I'll do a video on that. Brows, the Multitasker, not my favorite brow product. They only have one brow product. They don't even have their little mascaras. They don't have the pencils anymore. They just have the Multitasker, which includes the powder and the pencil. The pencil's waxy, but I feel like it doesn't have a crisp line. I prefer to use the Anastasia. So the Anastasia Brow Definer works for me, or the Brow Wiz. Something simple. But I've been using, for more intense brows, I've been using Jet from Anastasia, which my friend recommended to me. It's the waterproof cream liner. That makes a nice, but I need to redo my black hair, so can't really wear this one yet. So I've been just using my ebony one for dip brow, and it's alright. But yes, not my favorite brow product. I think Estee Lauder needs to fine-tune that. Mascaras. I did like the Sumptuous Rebel, but at the same time, it just didn't give me enough length. I felt like if I couple my little black primer with my Sumptuous Mascara, it works. And this is after 2 coats. I feel like I need another coat because my lashes aren't long enough. But I do get... Unfortunate, I do get messy with my Sumptuous, but I love the Sumptuous Mascara. The Sumptuous Rebel's okay. Would I actually purchase the full size? No. Because sometimes we have minis, and that's a good way to try it out as well. But yeah, I believe that's... Oh no, we talk about lipsticks. Sumptuous Mascara is $29. So is the Sumptuous Rebel, FYI. Lipsticks. The lipsticks are $33. They're expensive. So that's why I recommend around holiday, look for the sets. In hopefully they come out with some lip gloss sets and lipstick sets, because usually they do skincare sets, a ton of fragrance sets. So that's a great way to find like a fragrance too. Fragrances, I will talk in another video. I do have a little bit more of their fragrances. I don't use the Pleasures, but I kind of wanted to. But they do have like little mini coffer sets, which is nice to kind of have a little sampler of each fragrance. I'm hoping they include Beautiful Magnolia. That is my favorite fragrance from Estee Lauder. It's so fresh and beautiful. I typically wear Youth Dew. I know. Everyone's like, Youth Dew? That's old. But I like the spiciness. Now, if I wear Youth Dew, I spray it on my feet, and then I'm done, because it's super strong. If I want something a little bit more lightweight, I use Cinnabar, because I like spicy, really vintage smells. I just do. We'll talk about fragrance in another video. But yes, the Estee Lauder sets in holiday, usually October, November is when they start rolling into the stores. I recommend you go to Macy's instead of the other guy. But yes, visit a Macy's Estee Lauder counter and see what they have. And you can pre-sale in October, I believe, the beauty boxes, which come with, I don't know what's going to look like this year, but our theme this year is really cute, so you'll like it. But yes, Knockout Nude, favorite lipstick color. I just love how creamy these guys are. They're super creamy. This is more of like a pinky nude. Knockout Nude is pinky and... what is it? Intense Nude is more brown, but I like using Knockout Nude with teal. And the lip glosses, these are, so the lipsticks are 33, the lip glosses are 28, 29, 28 I think. I don't like the brush applicator because it's that typical cheapy brush applicator that kind of frays a little. Can you see that? But the formula is so, like, it's not sticky. It's just creamy. Creamy, creamy, creamy. I love their liquid lipsticks. I love their lip glosses. I love their lipsticks. I love their high shine lipsticks, which have hyaluronic acid in it. They're new. We are getting new lipsticks as well. We're getting like powdery lipsticks. So they're supposed to be kind of like the Powder Kiss from MAC. I haven't gotten them in yet. They're supposed to launch in fall, so I'm excited, and I can't wait to show you. And then we are coming out with Double Wear Sheer, and it's replacing Double Wear Light. Double Wear Light's being moved out, just like Perfectionist Foundation did, and a new person is rolling in, and that's Double Wear Sheer, and it's going to be a fluid, and it's going to have an SPF 19, and it's supposed to be buildable to light, sheer to light coverage. So it's for those people that like just a little wash of color, don't have much to cover, just want a natural look. So it's perfect. Anyways, that is it. I am done with all of my Estee Lauder products. I know a lot of people are like, you work for Estee Lauder, of course you're going to rave about them. I'm like, no, no, no. Look, I have worked for a lot of brands. Like I've loved Bare Minerals, I've loved Tarte, and I still love products in those brands. I love the Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Serum. That's my favorite. I love the Bare Minerals blushes. I love the Bare Minerals lipsticks. I don't like the powder foundation. My sister uses that one. I just want more coverage. Tarte, I love Tarte items. I love the Maracuja setting spray. I love Benefit Cosmetics. I use this all the time, and since I don't have a setting spray at my counter, I use the Professional from Benefit to lock everything in. Now if I want more of a dewy finish, which I have enough hydration, I use the Hard Candy setting spray, or actually primer mist, but I use it as a setting spray. And I still use my L'Oreal, I still use my other products, but this is just strictly Estee Lauder products that I have been using, that I have been enjoying, that I have been loving, that work for me. And honestly, a lot of younger people are like, Estee Lauder's for old people. No, they're not. It's not for old people, it's for everyone. If you would see my demographic and my age groups that come to buy Double Wear. Double Wear is the #1 selling foundation in Macy's, in my store, because it is a stay in place, it's mask proof, it's comfortable, it's matte finish. A lot of my customers like matte flat finishes. I love Double Wear. I just can't use it at the moment because I'm a little bit dry, but once I get back into the really oily stage, I will mix my Futurist and the Double Wear. I tend to do that just for more hydration and balance of my skin, because my skin is just kind of doing this right now. So I just use it to balance. But honestly, I do recommend Double Wear. It's a really good foundation. So if you haven't tried the Double Wear, do get color matched by your neighborhood Macy's associate in Estee Lauder or around. But yes, do love anything Estee Lauder. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so if you are interested, do follow my Instagram. I will put it down below. I do post a lot of deals that are happening at Macy's. So if you're not near my Macy's, you can definitely check out another Macy's or online, whichever you'd like. Or you can, you know what I tell my customers? Don't purchase online. Don't. Call the store and order it. You can even call me at the store and order it, and I can ship it to you, as long as I have it in stock. So you can call your associate. It helps us, you know, with, you know, our counter keeps us going, and I love the fact that we can give you that personal service. So definitely pick up some Estee Lauder, try it out, get foundation match, ask for a sample. That way you can kind of see more or less what you would enjoy in Estee Lauder as far as foundation goes. We can have you feel the creams on the back of your hand, and yeah, I guess that's it. thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and staying true to me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I've been just not very good at posting, but I do want to make sure that I post more often. I have to go because I have to go take my daughter to get her schedule for school. You know, I am a mom first, so I have to make sure that I do my due diligence and get all that stuff done because I'm off today, so figured I would film like my skincare and makeup since I'm at home and I don't have to rush. So anyways, do check out their skincare. I will link down the skincare, or actually I won't link down, but I will list all of the skincare I use in order from Estee Lauder, as well as the products that I use, the makeup products that I use in order. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye and take care.